We're just about ready to get underway between Jefferson College and Central Methodist University, and we are underway. A first pitch strike, the starter for the Vikings today. Laura Cabaz, a sophomore on this sophomore day. She's from Imperial and Windsor High School. And quickly 0-2 to the leadoff hitter for the Eagles, Molly Crater. She's the center fielder today. So it is sophomore day here at Vikings Field. Jeffco will honor its 5 sophomores after this first game of the doubleheader. And there's a tapper to second, 1 out. So a young team for the Vikings. Most of the roster freshmen, but there are 5 sophomores who will be honored today after this first game of the doubleheader. Erica Felstad will be the hitter for the Eagles with 1 out. She's the right fielder. Another excellent season for these Lady Vikings as there's strike 1 on the outside. Jeffco is 44-9 overall, 44 wins, only 9 losses. The Lady Vikings have already clinched the conference championship, going 18-2 in the conference this season. They clinched it last week against St. Charles, winning both of a doubleheader there. And of course, as we've said before, head coach Tony Cook getting his 300th victory this season, as there's a ball in. His 300th win as head coach of this Jefferson College softball team. He's been here about 8 years. This is his 8th season. It's 2-1, and here it comes. 3 balls and 1 strike. The third place hitter on deck, Mercedes Marriott, the shortstop for CMU. And Central Methodist coming here from Fayette, Missouri, 4-year university, full count now, and they're in the NAIA. The backstop for Jeffco is Cheryl Orlando, and she's ready for the 3-2. And it's grounded to third, and that one will sail on first baseman Erica Burney, so a runner on for CMU with 1 out. And here is Marriott, the shortstop. Megan Thompson, the left fielder's on deck. So it's Burney at first for Jeffco, Lauren Russell at second, Kara Pashon at short, and Taylor Simpson at third. Low and in, ball 1. In the outfield, Teresa DeCosti in left, Anna Reed in center, and Kara Montgomery in right. 1-0 pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. CMU is 32-5 overall this season. And the hitter, Mercedes Marriott, the shortstop ahead 2-0. Here it comes from Cabaz, and that's going to be a strike on the inside corner. So now it's 2-1. 1 out, runner on first for CMU. And we're just underway here in the top of the first. Another nice strike on the inside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And struck her out. Called strike on the outside corner. 2 out. So 1 on and 2 out for Megan Thompson, the left fielder. A bit low, ball 1. So Laura Cabaz, the starter for Jeffco. She's a sophomore, as I said a bit earlier. Oftentimes we would see Mackenzie Holting, the freshman, pitch the first game of a doubleheader, as that one is hit in the air right side, and it's a fair ball. Today it is Cabaz, though, on sophomore day. That's into the corner. It's handled by Montgomery, and this will put CMU on top 1-0 as Felstad comes around. So an RBI double for Thompson. CMU up 1-0. Now it's Lauren Cowden, the third baseman. And it's another strike on the inside, so Cabaz getting that call so far today. Ashley Litton, the second baseman, stands on deck. And that one's in the air. Center field, Anna Reed makes the catch, and that will do it, but CMU does jump on top, 1-0. Teresa DeCosti, Kara Pashan, and Erica Burney to begin the home half of the first. DeCosti looks at ball one there. She's the left fielder. She's a freshman from Weldon Springs in Francis Howell High School. And there's a hit for DeCosti as that one sneaks over the head of the third baseman who was pinching in. So the leadoff runner's on for Jeffco. So Pashan, a sophomore. And she's the shortstop, and she's a local player from right here in Hillsboro. There goes DeCosti. And a stolen base. So runner at second now for Pashan, and there's one right off the glove of the third baseman. So here comes DeCosti, and the no throw. We've tied it up 1-1. So that was a hot shot for Lauren Cowden out there at third, just off her glove. And there's a first pitch strike to Erica Burney, the first baseman. Burney has some power. We've seen it before. She hit one of the longer home runs ever at this field a few weeks back. Went over the center field wall, or the left center wall at least, and hit a car parked on the other side of the gravel road out there. And there's a jack out to left, and it's a fair ball. Pashan is going to try, and she gets around the tag. Burney trying for third, and she's in there safely. Nice start for the Vikings. Still nobody out. The first two have scored for Jeffco, and now Burney's on third for the cleanup hitter, Anna Reed. Reed's a freshman from Lonedale, Missouri. And on the outside, strike one. So it's 2-1 Vikings. DeCosti singled, Pashan singled, and that drove in DeCosti, and then Burney drove in Kara Pashan. 0-2 to Reed. Cheryl Orlando, the catcher, on deck. Low and away. Ball one, so 1-2. So Pashan just got in there. There's a grounder that will find the left side hole. And the Vikings are now on top 3-1. Still no one out. First three have reached and scored for Jeffco. Making the first four that have reached, as Reed now stands at first. Ball one high to Orlando. She's one of the sophomores on the team, and she's another local player from Hillsboro. And another high pitch, 2-0. 3-0. They've all been high. The on-deck hitter is Laura Cabaz, the pitcher, who's hitting for herself this afternoon, 3-1. And then Taylor Simpson, the third baseman, is in the hole. There went the runner, and a foul ball off the facade of the dugout, so 3-2 now to Orlando. Orlando with a grounder to second, and they get the lead runner, force out at second base, so Reed is the first out. So 1 on and 1 out for Cabaz, the pitcher. As I mentioned earlier, she's from Imperial, and that's low and in, ball 1. A graduate of Windsor High. One ball, one strike. One and two. Lori Lindsay, the pitcher for CMU, took something off that. So Cabaz in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Vikings on top by 2, 3-1. There's a grounder to third. It's handled, and 2 away. Orlando moves up to second. Sorry. So here's Simpson, sophomore from Winfield, Missouri. She's playing third. There's a strike near the knees, 0-1. So 2 out now. The first 3 runners scored for the Vikings. The first 3 hitters came around. But now there are 2 outs. And it's 0-2. And a strikeout of Cabaz to end the half inning, but the Vikings score 3 and take the lead, 3-1. The second baseman, Ashley Litton, will lead it off for CMU. We're in the second. Then it's Brina Russ and Emily Gerhardt for the Eagles, and there's a first pitch strike. Litton, a freshman. There's a fly ball that will drop in and get past Montgomery, so Litton will stand up at second. And she's on to lead off the second. So I was going to say she's a freshman from Lee's Summit, and she's out there now at second base. The hitter is Brina Russ, the catcher. And a strike there. The 0-1. 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Even count, 2-2. There's a foul And the 2-2 is popped back off the screen. So 2-2, no one out. Runner at second. Here it comes. And just a bit low. Full count to Russ. So it's almost postseason time for Jeffco. This weekend, April 25th, 26th, 27th, is the Region 16 tournament. Foul back, out of play. That's down in Columbia, Missouri. And the Vikings having an excellent season, as I mentioned, but also the region record is quite good, 16-4 overall in Region 16 play this season. So the Vikings looking to make a deep run into that tournament and, of course, win the whole thing. And here's a walk. So 2 on and nobody out for the Eagles. Emily Gerhardt, the first baseman, will come to the plate. Inside, ball 1. If the Vikings advance past the Region 16 tournament, the district tournament is in the first weekend of May. And then, of course, Nationals, mid-May. And now the 1-0. 1-1. Emily Rademacher, the designated hitter, is on deck. There's a grounder. Simpson has it, and she'll step on the bag for the force to get the first out. And good first out it is to get the lead runner at third. So with 1 out, here is Rademacher. And another grounder, same place, same thing. And this time, though, no, it's overthrown. They had a shot, but both runners will advance, but there are 2 outs. And it's back to the first place hitter, Molly Crater. She's 0 for 1. So 2 down, runners at second and third for CMU. There's a first pitch strike from Kabaz. 0-1. And another strike on the inside corner, 0-2. The Vikings 1 strike away from getting out of trouble. The 0-2 from Kabaz. Grounded up the middle, base hit just past Kabaz's glove. That will score 1 more for CMU, but that's it for now, so it's 3-2. Vikings still lead it. So RBI for Crater. Now it's Fellstat, the right fielder, with runners at the corners and 2 out. And we'll have time granted.
All right, come on, Laura, get the batter. Get the batter. Nice. Nice.
0-1. Stolen base there, so now runners at second and third with 2 out. 2-1 count here on Fellstat. So Crater gets a steal, and that's out of play, foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. Full count now. So Rademacher on third, Crater on second, 2 outs, full count to Falstead. Here it comes, and got her. Big strikeout there for Jeffco, and they still have the lead, 3-2. This is the second baseman, Lauren Russell, for Jeffco. She's a sophomore from Hillsboro. Ball 1 there. After Russell, it's the 9th place hitter, Kara Montgomery. And then back to the top of the lineup, and DeCoste. 2-0. Russell's ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. So Lori Lindsay back to work for the Eagles. Vikings lead this one 3-2. And a walk. Leadoff runner reaching for Jeffco. First walk today for Lindsay, the Eagles pitcher. So now it's Montgomery. She's a freshman from Parkway North High School in the St. Louis area. Called strike, 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes, that was in. Or 2-1, excuse me. The scoreboard said something different a second ago. So 2-1 to Montgomery. We'll see her scoot up in the batter's box as she tries to hit. So 3-1, she's ahead. And there is a grounder to second. Force play at second. That's the first out. So Russell forced out at second. One on and 1 out for Teresa DeCoste. She's 1 for 1, singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the first. And there's a fly ball from DeCoste out to left. It's handled. 2 away. Montgomery will have to get back, and she will. So 2 down for Kara Pashan, who also singled and scored in the first. There goes Montgomery. And it gets away, so she gets the stolen base, and she will also advance to third. So Montgomery advances 2 bags, and with 2 out, she's on third. Oh, and 1 now. Bernie's on deck, if Bashan can reach here. And a tapper right back to Lindsay. And that will do it. The Vikings strand a runner on third, and we will go to the third in just a second. It's the 3rd place hitter for CMU, Mercedes Marriott. She's 0 for 1. We're in the third now. Called strike 1. Marriott struck out looking in the first. And there's a grounder that will find its way up the middle for a base hit. So the leadoff runner is on for the Eagles. Here's Megan Thompson, the left fielder. She's 1 for 1. She had a double in the first inning. And ball 1 high. 1-1. Called strike on the inside. Lauren Cowden on deck. It's 2-1 as Thompson held up, checked her swing. The 2-1 is low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Still nobody out. And that's in the dirt, ball 4. So a single and a walk to begin the top of the third. And first and second, no one out. And it's Lauren Cowden. She's 0 for 1. And there is a little fly ball just out of the reach of Simpson. Nice diving attempt out there in foul ground. So it's 0-1. Kabaz winds and delivers, and there's a high pop-up out of play over the fence. No balls, 2 strikes. So Marriott singled, Thompson walked, and here comes the 0-2. Simpson mishandles and tries to toss over to third, but she's safe, so everyone's safe, bases loaded, nobody out. And Ashley Litton, the second baseman, will be the hitter. She's 1 for 1. And the Vikings in trouble here in the top of the third, and that will get through. We've tied it. And here comes the throw. It's high. CMU has the lead. 4-3 Eagles. And a couple of RBIs from Ashley Litton. So Marriott and Thompson scored. Cowden is at third, and then Litton advanced to second on the throw. So still nobody out. Russ, the catcher, will come to the plate. She walked last time. And there's strike 1 from Laura Kabaz. There's a grounder. Simpson has to back up. It's a foul ball anyway. So 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Struck her out. First out. Third strikeout for Kabaz. They've all been looking. And 1 out now for Gerhardt. She reached on a fielder's choice last time and scored a run. That was a ball. Two and 0. 3-0. Three and one. One out. Runners on second and third. CMU has taken the lead in this half inning, 4-3. And full count on Emily Gerhardt. And another strikeout. So 2 in a row for Cabaz, 4 so far. And now 2 outs with runners on second and third for the 9th place hitter, Radaman. And a first pitch strike there to Rademacher. And there's a high pop-up, right side. Bernie calling for it, and Bernie makes the catch. So the Vikings get into trouble, and Central Methodist does take the lead, but it could have been worse. Erica Bernie's 1 for 1 with an RBI. And she'll look at ball 1. So the Vikings trail now 4-3 after a couple of RBIs last half inning from Ashley Litton. And Bernie will ground 1 to third and 1 out. Now it's Anna Reed. She's also 1 for 1. And that strike catches the outer half of the plate. It's 0-1. Orlando on deck. Quickly 0-2 to Reed. Strikeout. That's the first strikeout for Lori Lindsay of the Eagles. So 2 outs for Cheryl Orlando. She reached on a fielder's choice in the first. And that will do it. The Vikings go 1-2-3. And they trail it by 1. It's the top of the order for the Eagles to begin the 4th. Molly Crater. She's 1 for 2. Foul ball. Strike 1. Laura Cabaz back to work. She's struck out 4. She's allowed 4 runs. And the 0-1 sent in the air to center. Reed coming over, and she makes the catch. 1 out. So 1 away for Erica Feltstead, the right fielder. She struck out last time. And there's a first pitch strike from Cabaz. She did reach in the first. Not sure how the team scored that. I scored it as an error. So she's been on once. And now she's staring at a 1-1 count. So no, we do not have an official score here, if you were wondering. So it's 2-1. 1 out. Vikings trail by a run. And that outer half has been called by this ump, so a good place to pitch. It's 2-2.
Right here, Laura, right here. Nice.
Another strikeout. Cabaz's 5th. And with 2 outs, here's Mercedes Marriott. She's 1 for 2. She singled and scored in the 3rd. There's a fly ball from Marriott, backing up, and it's gone. A solo homer for Mercedes Marriott makes it 5-3 in favor of CMU. So Marriott's 2 for 3 with a single and a homer, 2 runs scored. Still 2 down for Megan Thompson now. She's been on twice with a walk and a double. There's a grounder. It's handled. And that will do it. But Central Methodist adds 1 more on a solo shot from Mercedes Marriott. The pitcher, Laura Cabaz, will lead off the bottom of the 4th for Jeffco. Vikings now trail by 2. Ball 1 high. Lori Lindsay back to work for the Eagles. So that home run in the last half from Marriott got out in a hurry. At first it didn't look like it would leave the yard. Maybe it would get over DeCoste's head out there, but solo shot. And it made it a 2-run lead. Now it's 2-0 here on Laura Cabaz. And 3-0. Three and 1. And Cabaz swings and sends a fly ball to left, but the catch is made by Megan Thompson. She didn't have to move much at all. So 1 gone for Taylor Simpson. She's 0 for 1. Strike 1 there. There's a slow tapper back to Lindsay. And Simpson, with her speed, beats it out. So 1 on and 1 out for Lauren Russell, who walked in her last appearance. Vikings have won 11 straight. And as I said a bit earlier, they clinched the conference title with back-to-back wins versus St. Charles last week, winning the first game 9-0 and then the second 11-0. The Vikings offense has been very productive this season. They need some runs now. And it's 1-1. But during this 11-game winning streak, there was 1 game against St. Charles. This was here at home on April 13th. They won that one 23-0. And it's 1-2. Then on the road against St. Charles when they clinched the conference, only put up 9 and 11 runs there. So you can't really match that 23-run explosion back on the 13th. And a strikeout, but Simpson able to steal a base on the play. So 2 outs. And it's Kara Montgomery who reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base in the second. And 23 runs actually is not the Vikings' highest total of the season. On April 8th, they beat Mineral Area on the road 27-7. And there's a hit from Montgomery. Simpson rounding third, and Simpson will score. Vikings have cut it to a 1-run lead for CMU. It's 5-4. So Montgomery on base again, an RBI for Kara. And it's back to the top of the order, Teresa DeCosti. There goes Montgomery. And she'll have her second stolen base, and just like last time, it gets away, and she will advance to third. So runner on third with 2 outs. DeCosti could get a hit and tie it here. Low and away, ball 1. It's 1-1, and that's foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to DeCosti. She's 1 for 2. She singled and scored in the first. Two down, runner on third, the 1-2. And that's fouled out of play. Two and 2. And she went on an outside pitch, so that will do it. The Vikings strand a runner, but they score 1 more and trail 5-4. We're in the 5th. New pitcher for Jeffco. There's a grounder just past Simpson, but Cabaz has it. Or sorry, that's Bashan. Bashan at short, so 1 out. So number 31 is the pitcher. I do not have a 31 on my roster, so I cannot tell you her name. Low and in, ball 1. This is Ashley Litton. So Cowden led off the inning with a ground out. It's 1 out after that. Now Litton, who is 2 for 2. Nice pitch there at the knees for a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Litton. She's the second baseman. Doubled in the second. And she singled in the third. And that's in the dirt. So 3-1. And a walk. That's the 3rd walk today for Vikings pitching. the first for Litton, but she's been on all 3 times. And so now Brina Russ, the catcher, who also had a walk in the second, and there's a high pop-up right side. That's going to be out of play. So it's 0-1. So Russ walked in the second. She struck out looking in the third. And that's in. 1-1. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So by process of elimination and hearing fan chatter, I believe this is Holly Pundick, the pitcher. She's a freshman from British Columbia, Canada. Now it's 2-2. But oftentimes the uniform numbers change throughout the season, and so they may not be the same as the roster on the web. There's a grounder just past Pundick, and it's mishandled a bit. And that's Morgan Brown now at second base for the Vikings. So I'm guessing Brown will then take the place of Lauren Russell in the batting order, who was at second. So 2 on, 1 out, and it's Emily Gerhardt at the plate. There's a bouncer. Brown has it and makes the tag. And it's a double play. So Vikings in a bit of a jam, but they get out of it. It's still 5-4 CMU. It's the Hillsboro native, Pashan, the shortstop. She's 1 for 2. And she'll lead off the bottom of the 5th for Jeffco. Strike 1. And there's a fly ball from Pashan to right, but right at the right fielder for out number 1. Erica Feltstad didn't have to move too much, came in just a bit. Now it's Bernie with 2 outs, or with 1 out, sorry. She's the second hitter this inning. She's 1 for 2, doubled and scored back in the first inning. Anna Reed's on deck. Low and away, ball for a ball, I should say. And it's 2-0. And there's a grounder from Bernie that gets through. So she has another hit. And she's 2 for 3. So 1 on, 1 out for Reed. Reed is 1 for 2 with a single. And that one gets away from the catcher, Rust, and Bernie will advance to second. And there's a foul ball from Reed. So it's 1-1. And Reed has to duck out of the way of that, and she does. So 2-1. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike to Reed. And there's a grounder to Lindsay, the pitcher. 2 out. Bernie moves over to third. Now it's Orlando. Strike 1. So 2 out. Erica Burney on third for Jeffco. And Orlando skies one. Shallow center. And a nice catch made by the second baseman coming over. And the Vikings strand another runner on third. CMU leads it. It's a 9th place hitter for CMU, Emily Rademacher. We are now in the 6th. And there's a strike. Holly Pundick back to work for Jeffco. She took over for Laura Cabaz at the beginning of the last half inning. And there's a high fly ball out to left. And a nice running catch made by Teresa DeCosti for the first out. So 1 out, and it's back to the top of the lineup, and the leadoff hitter, Molly Crater. She's 1 for 3. And strike 1 there from Pundick. One ball, 1 strike. There's a foul ball that will land in the foul dirt by the fence. So it's 1-2. Crater thought about swinging, but didn't. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crater grounded out in the first. She singled and stole a base in the second. And then she had a fly out to center in the 4th. And this time she'll hit a fly ball. Coming in and making a nice play, Kara Montgomery. Showing some speed to get to that ball. And now 2 outs for Erica Felstead. Falstead has a couple of strikeouts. She did score a run in the first. That was ball 1. Simpson pinching in at third a bit for Jeffco. A strike at the knees, 1-1. And popped right back to the pitcher, just off her glove, and that will mean a base runner for CMU. As Pundick almost had it, but just couldn't get it.
Let's go, Jeff, one more.
And a good idea from Simpson not to attempt the throw. The Vikings just trailing by 1 here, and there are 2 out. So it's Mercedes Marriott. She's 2 for 3. She had a homer last time. A solo shot. That was ball 1 in the dirt. She also singled and scored in the third. She struck out looking her first time back in the first. And there's a fly ball. Anna Reed going back and making the catch. So we go to the bottom of the sixth in just a second. The Vikings need at least one. Home half of the sixth. This is Emily Blankenship. She will come into the game and hit for Laura Cabaz, who was replaced on the mound by Holly Pundick, but Pundick not hitting. So Tony Cook shuffling the lineup. There's a foul ball. It's 1-1. Blankenship's a freshman from Sullivan, Missouri. Now it's 2-1. And a fly ball right side. Catch is made by second baseman Ashley Litton. So with one out. And another pinch hitter, Morgan Oliver, a freshman from Troy, Missouri, will come to the plate. There's a first pitch strike to Oliver. Oh, and 2. One and 2. Pop up. Litton again makes the play. Now Morgan Brown will come to the plate for the first time in this one. So Blankenship replaces Cabaz in the order. Oliver replaced Simpson. And now Morgan Brown is batting for Lauren Russell. She's a freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0. Kira Montgomery will hit next, so no change there if Oliver can reach. And there's a ground ball to third. And the Vikings are retired in order. We'll go to the 7th on JCTV. Mackenzie Holting into the game for Jeffco. The freshman standout. We often see her start these games, but she will come in relief here. We are in the 7th. Vikings trail by 1, so they'll have one more shot, but obviously head coach Tony Cook wants to get through this inning without any more damage, and that's a good start. One pitch, one out. Bernie handled that at first by herself. Now it's Lauren Cowden, the third baseman. And there was strike one. Holting's a freshman from Winfield, Missouri, and Winfield High, and there's a foul ball out of play. And that one ricocheted around and didn't hit anybody, thankfully. You do have to watch out down here. It's 0-2. One and 2. So Holting having an excellent year for Jeffco, the ace of the staff. And there's a base hit. And that one will get by Reed. So Cowden advances to second on that play. So one on and one out for the second baseman, Ashley Litton. who's been on base all 3 times. She doubled, singled, and then walked. Ball 1 high. One and one. And that one will just get by the shortstop, and another run will try to score. No, she'll go back, and they get her. So Cowden thought about it, rounded third, then the throw came in, and she could not get back in time. Orlando guns her down for the second out. Litton ends up on second. And Brina Russ, the catcher, will come to the plate. And strike 1 on the outside corner. Fights that off, foul. It's 0-2. One and two, just missing outside. Still 1-2. Another sharp foul ball from Russ. One ball, 2 strikes. Holting is ready. Here it is. And that one will get down. Montgomery has it. But that will score one more for CMU. A huge insurance run, 6-4. So Litton scores to make it 6-4. Now Emily Gerhardt will be the hitter, the first baseman. Runner at first and 2 outs. And there's strike 1. Oh, and 2. Staying alive on that one, Gerhardt. Now 1-2. That was a bit low. And a strikeout for Mackenzie Holting. So the Vikings will need to get at least 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 6-4. Bottom of the 7th, Vikings are down to their last 3 outs. Kara Montgomery will lead things off. And strike 1 from Lori Lindsay, who's still out there, the only pitcher today for CMU. Going for her complete game, and Montgomery will send one in the air to shallow center and 1 out. Molly Crater came in to make the catch. And so now we're back to the top of the order, and Teresa DeCosti, the left fielder. She's 1 for 3. And Kara Pashon, the shortstop's on deck. 2-0 to DeCosti. She singled and scored in the first. We also saw her make a nice running catch to snow cone a ball out in left field. And she'll send a grounder to short. And she beats it out. So the Vikings have what they need to stay alive here, a base runner. So runner on first, 1 out. Let's see what Kara Pashon will do. She's 1 for 3 as well. She also singled and scored in the first. And there goes DeCosti and hit and run. And DeCosti will be at third. So back-to-back hits for Jeffco with 1 out. The Eagles will talk things over near the rubber. Erica Burney will be the hitter. She's 2 for 3. She's the third place hitter and one of the dangerous bats in this Vikings lineup. So she's one of the players you'd want up right now in this situation. She could end this with 1 swing of the bat. And so, bad news for Jeffco. The call from the ump is that DeCosti left early, which of course you can't do. You can't have a lead, so she's called out, so now there are 2 outs. So Burney could tie it, and stealing a base is Pashon. So runner on second with 2 down for Burney. So what looked for a second to be first and third with 1 out has turned into runner on second with 2 out now after the stolen base. And a high fly ball, but foul from Burney. So it's 0-2. And Burney, a fly ball to right. This should do it, and it does. The Vikings fall to CMU Central Methodist 6-4, and Jeffco's handed its 10th loss on the year. So the Vikings fall to 44-10. But the excellent season will continue, and we wish the Vikings the best of luck in the Region 16 tournament later on this week. It's been great this season, everyone. Matt Keeney here with you, and we'll see you later on JC TV.